Thanks for being a partner venue for the Great British Tennis Weekend 2015. You'll be receiving this tennis factory equipment, and this video will show you how to set it up and give you some ideas and games to do on the day. There are 4 pieces of equipment within your tennis factory pack. Each come individually bagged up and with a set of instructions with a diagram showing you what it looks like once it's set up and a mallet to help with assembly. Within the bags there's 3 different coloured poles. Blue are the base and are sometimes weighted. Red are always the upright poles, and the yellows always go along the top of the piece of equipment. So you don't lose the joints, they're sealed with a white rivet. Remember when you're disassembling to pull the loose part of the pole rather than the piece with the white rivet. Once you've laid out all the tennis factory equipment, it's very quick and easy to set up, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, there we go, all 4 pieces of tennis factory equipment set up in less than 10 minutes. I did that on my own, but if you've got help, it'd be even easier. A great way to use the tennis factory equipment is to set up a circuit. You can have 2 or 3 players on each piece of equipment, and they rotate round after 4 or 5 minutes, having a go on each piece of kit. For each piece of tennis factory equipment, we're going to show you 3 or 4 progressions and a little fun game to finish up with. This first one, our Rebound Box, working in pairs. We're going to start with just simply throwing the ball against the wall, let it bounce and catch it, and then underarm throw it back, and we're going to take it in turns. So some cooperative underarm throwing, bounce, catch. Next progression, Rob is going to hit the ball against the wall and I'm going to catch it after the bounce. Rob is practicing his backhands here. We can switch sides, and now he practices forehands. And the next progression after this will be for both of us to use our racket. So Rob is going to practice his forehands and I'm going to practice my backhands, taking it turns to hit the ball against the wall now. And then to finish off, we're going to play a little game. This is called the 1-minute challenge, and we're going to see which out of us 2, taking it in turns, can get the longest rally against the wall within 1 minute. If the rally breaks down, we start again. Okay, Rob, well done. How many was that?
54.
A rally of 54. So now I've got to try and beat a rally of 54 within 1 minute. Remind me of your score, Rob?
54.
54, well I got 55, so I just won that one. And of course what you can do is within that minute, you can do it as a pair, trying to get the longest rally. 5, 6, 7. Okay, so the next piece of tennis factory equipment is the micro net. Similar to the Rebound Box, just getting 2 players to throw the ball through the micro net, taking it in turns with a bounce and a catch, or you can get them to throw over. This will teach players to move back a bit of depth perception. So you can alternate going through or over. Next progression would be to put a racket in the hand, so I throw it through and Rob hits through. I might throw it over, getting Rob to move back and get him to hit over as well. And then the next progression will be with 2 players using brackets at the same time. You can hit over the bar or you can hit through the piece of equipment. And then finally, an idea for a game that you can do on this is the crossbar challenge. So you're working as a pair and you're seeing who can hit the crossbar the most amount of times. This piece of equipment is called the Volley Ladder. You can adjust the target simply by sliding up and down on the pole like so. And much like the other pieces of equipment, we're going to start with the simple progression of underarm throws through the hole, but this time catching it before it bounces because it's like a volley. And then we progress to 1 player with the racket, forehand volleys. We get the player to point their strings through the hole, and then the next progression would be volley to volley. This is quite a tough one, this one, quite challenging but great fun. And then to finish off as a game, we could set ourselves the challenge of seeing how many volleys we can get through the hole consecutively. The final piece of tennis factory equipment is the mini net. Much like the other exercises, simple progression, starting with a throw, a bounce and a catch. Then we progress to 1 player using the racket. We might alternate forehands and backhands. And then the third progression would be to get the players to rally together cooperatively. And then to finish off with a game, we've got 1 minute to see how long of a rally we can get. Okay, so there we have it, the tennis factory kit in full flow. We've shown you how to set it up and given you some ideas of how to use it. Good luck with your Great British Tennis Weekend 2015 event.